Hey guys, Dan Grave here again, and today I want to talk to you about a product that I found during a product research session recently that initially looked like a really great product, and I want to talk about all the things that I really liked about it, but why I ultimately decided I couldn't go ahead with it, because I think that's a really important point. Now, this is the first research-based video I've done on the channel, so if you want to see more content like this in the future, then make sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe so that you get notified of any future videos. But with that said, let's jump into my laptop and I'll show you the product and discuss how I found it, what I liked, and ultimately why I didn't go ahead with it. So let's jump in. So I'm here on Amazon.com, and the way I found this product initially was a little bit different from how I would normally start. I was actually looking for something for my garden. Just happened to be looking for, if I can find it, this sort of item, like a telescopic clothesline pole. But as you can see, the keyword that I thought would bring that product up actually highlighted some other different stuff, which was kind of interesting. So washing prop was the key phrase that I used, and we're seeing over 2,000 results for that. And if we look down, this is the sort of product that started to catch my eye. I was like, okay, this is a bit unusual. That looks kind of interesting. What is this? So I jumped into this product, and basically you can see that it is very boring, which is kind of the marketplace superhero style of product. That got me pretty interested. And essentially the use of the product is kind of like the images are alluding to here. It's to hold your washing machine door open so that you don't get mold like this inside your machine. It lets your washing machine breathe and circulate some air. So yeah, super boring product. Definitely marketplace superhero style. So from there, I said, okay, that didn't quite match the key phrase I was expecting. What kind of keywords are they using? I was thinking more, this is like a washing machine door prop, washing machine door holder. You can see Amazon's given us some kind of relevant suggestions here. So washing machine door prop, let's have a look at that. So like, wow, for that key phrase, washing machine door prop, which some might argue is quite long, but it's very to the point. You're only getting 16 results back from Amazon, which is crazy, on .com as well, which is a massive, massive marketplace. And if we actually look at the results that we see here, we can see that this very clearly targets this kind of product. So in the first listing here, again, it's something that attaches to the machine, and then the arm attaches to the door. This one, again, for holding the door open. This one, it kind of performs the same sort of function, but it was a good bit cheaper at $10. So I wouldn't really say it's necessarily targeting the same customer. It's obviously a lot more simple of an item. But we also have this laundry lasso as well, which again goes onto the machine and onto the door and holds it open. But if we scroll down the page, there aren't any others. I mean, obviously there are only 16 results for that search term. This was immediately really interesting to me. Okay, so if we actually look at the BSRs of these products, we've got this one here, which is at 15,000. This one is insanely low at 200 and something, although like I say, it's smaller price tag, probably a different type of customer. And this one's a bit higher at 42,000. This one's shown as undefined for the moment. That may well be because they're out of stock. Let's see if Helium-10 gives us the historic BSR. I guess they're out of stock or something for the moment. But you can see this listing, you know, BSR was around 1,000 to 2,000 consistently for a year. So obviously that's a very good BSR. So immediately, looking at this market, you know, we had one that's selling really well, one that's selling decently. We can look again at the history of that. So over the past year, again, it's sitting a bit higher. So this is over a year's period. If we draw a line through this, you're probably talking around 18,000 BSR on average. And this one over a year, this one's sitting a little higher, but if we draw a line through that, it's maybe 40 something thousand. I guess this one is less attractive, a bit more rough and ready, and it's kind of the same price as the others, more or less the same price. So maybe that's putting customers off. But I think whatever way you look at it, there is good demand for this style of product. So at this point, I'm really interested. Relatively short key phrase, focused key phrase, a tiny number of results, very small amount of like focused competition. It's clear what you would do here. You would come in and have something simple, maybe like one of these, that would attach to the washing machine and attach to the door, keep it open, probably made of plastic, retail at $15 to $20. So yeah, the path to market is very clear. Now, the issue comes in with this when you start looking at the individual listings for these products. So if we start to look at the description, patent approved with our unique ratcheting design. So in this one, this mechanism in here, I guess ratchets into place, like locks at different intervals, and they have some sort of working patent on that. So we could be looking at legal trouble if we got into this market and did a similar ratcheting mechanism that somehow infringed on their patent. So that got me a little bit worried. And then I start looking into this one. Now, this is quite clearly a unique sort of design. If we jump into the description here, again, they're starting to mention patents on their products. Now, they don't really go into specifics as to what the patent is here, but certainly I can imagine there is a design patent on this. They would have had to speak to a manufacturer, probably give them some sort of technical drawings and have them create a mold from which they could cast, this very unique plastic shape and market that as their product. So they would own that mold, own the intellectual rights for that, and also I would guess, have a registered design patent with USPTO, the United States Patent and Trademark Office, for this. So again, getting into slightly worrying legal territory with that one. And then if we jump onto this one, so yeah, we can see again on this product, patent pending on the design, which honestly I think is a bit crazy considering it's literally just 2 suction cups and a piece of bungee cord. That seems like a bit of a stretch to be a patent to me. Either way, we've now got all 3 major players that we can see in this market, all claiming patents of some kind. At this point, this gets me extremely worried. Why is that? Well, the thing is, even if we went to a manufacturer and we had our own product in mind, or maybe they sold an existing product and we had some tweaks done to it, unless we go diving very deep into all the patent applications for all of these, and make sure we're very careful that we don't infringe on those things, then we could very easily be in for legal trouble here. To me, this looks like basically the perfect market to me. This is exactly what I want to see. I want to see a low amount of competition, I want to see good demand, and I want to see a clear path to market, which all of this has. But this issue of patents is just too big to ignore, and it scares me a little and would definitely put me off getting involved. And that's it, guys. A really interesting product I found on Amazon.com that in any other circumstance I would happily go ahead with. The market itself was exactly what I normally look for, which is really small and focused, not a lot of competition, proven demand, and a really clear path to market in terms of what offer I would bring. However, we could also see that there are legal issues with this product. Basically, all of the competitors in that space are all claiming patents of some kind, which is a little bit of a minefield. And if we wanted to come in and do a similar product, we would have to be super, super careful that we didn't tread on any toes and infringe on anything within any of those patents. And that is just something that is, to me, really risky from a business point of view, especially considering that there are so many other opportunities out there on Amazon that we can go find. It's just a risk I wasn't willing to take. In fact, I actually reached out to Robert Wright, a legal expert for Amazon FBA sellers, whose Facebook group I've linked to on the channel before. Again, I'll leave a link to that in the description below if you want to go check it out. I reached out to him and I asked his opinion on this, where we have a pretty small market. All of the competitors are claiming some sort of patent, and his very clear advice was I would stay away. There are lots of other opportunities out there, so just forget it. It's more trouble than it's worth. So if that's what's coming from the legal expert, I'm going to defer to his knowledge on this point, and I'm going to take his advice. So not a product I'm going to go ahead with. However, I hope that by going through and showing you the kind of markets that I'm interested in terms of what they look like inside Amazon, that you can learn something and apply that principle to other markets and decide whether they are goers or no goers. But with that said, that's the end of the video today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you did enjoy it, then please do hit the like button, as it only takes a second of your time, but it really does help the channel out. And of course, this was the first research style video I've ever done on the channel. So if you do enjoy this kind of content, then make sure to leave a comment below and let me know. And also subscribe and hit the bell notification icon so that every time I do release a new research style video, you'll get notified right away and you'll be able to watch and learn from that and hopefully start or grow your own Amazon FBA business. And if you haven't got started yet with Amazon, or maybe you have started a little bit but you're sort of struggling and you're trying to find a course that might help you along the way, then I've done a review of the Marketplace Superheroes course, which I'll leave a link to in the description below. Did a really in-depth review of that, open and honest, all about my experience, and the good and the bad. So you can always go check that out, see if that's right for you. And if you've got any questions at all about the content today, maybe some challenge you're facing in your own business or whatever it might be, then please don't hesitate. Either drop me a comment below, or if you want to reach out to me directly, you can do that on Instagram. I'll leave my handle up above so you can check that out. I'd be happy to help in any way I can and get you moving. So with all that said, thank you so much, and until next time, take care.